Oh my god, PP is so good. It actually just switches the audio device without you having to reload the whole damn program? Oh my god. Maybe I'm just used to crappy Dark Souls PC ports, but that's so nice. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to some more Portable Ops action, such as it is. A man called Ghost. I'm not sure if we can really trust this guy yet, but those spare parts Snake found lend his story some credence. For now, we'll just have to take his word as fact. In any event, we know that this new Metal Gear weapon is just a frame. It hasn't been armed with nukes. If we can find a nuclear storage facility and render the nukes unusable, Metal Gear will be nothing but a pile of useless scrap, right? We already read all this. But there's your recap. We probably want to head further into the security base. Which I already have scouted out. Oh. Just too prepared. Doesn't seem to be anything to report at the moment. Oh. Well, hold on. Hold on, then. Maybe I'm not prepared, actually. Come on. There you go. Let's take a closer look at what he said. My bad. Our next mission is to find the nuclear storage facility. Now that we're over the bridge and into the east side of the peninsula, there are a lot of areas we need to reconnoiter. Let's redeploy our spy units and start collecting intel on Metal Gear and the nuclear warheads. As for the sneaking unit, why don't you get us some more new recruits? Okay. He was just talking about... Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Well, shit. I guess let's take a look at our reports and see if there's anything we care about getting. M63 could be useful. Let's get this, this captive. Who knows who that could be. In the Soviet patrol base. That'd make a good target for recruitment? Okay. I will do so, Roy. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll reiterate the moment I get into the mission. I fucking hate that, dude. I mean, you can give me the initial briefing, but then just let me go. Let me leave. Alright. Oh, sweet, we did get the cardboard box. Very important.
Just my imagination.
I guess it was nothing. Alright, so now we know how to do this. We go for 2 at a time. Where precisely is Snake? Right there. Okay. 2 at a time. Drag him over and call it in. Oh yeah. And watch out for anyone who isn't in their regular paths. Nope. Nope, no, 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 no. Shut the fuck up, Roy. You're so helpful. Thank you so much for being such a good team member. Just kidding, shut the fuck up. Also, I think the audio is a bit low on the game end. Let me turn that up for you guys. You can at least hear these sick tracks. Don't do my boy Roy dirty like that. Your boy Toy Roy. Maybe I will. Maybe I don't like him. Maybe he never shuts the fuck up. You know what? Get him nerves. Welcome in, random person. How are you? I just woke up about 20 minutes ago. So apparently my mental clock is on streaming time. Alright. Is that everyone on the main level? Not very many people. Unless there's a dude just sitting in the corner here. There is. You also notice how all the levels feel kind of semi exactly the same. Yeah. Except for the bridge, which didn't really play any differently. Just a small visual change. I do recognize that, but considering that this is your and have all the same assets, yeah. However, considering this is your favorite game, I'm pretty sure you'll have a good explanation for that. What the hell is this? What? Don't worry, Snake, it's fine. Just trying to get the gun that you're sitting on. This is the M16A1, which I think we already got, right? I'm pretty sure. So yeah. No, there's no reason to critique games when they're good. It's not like that's the best time to critique games because they have the most to improve upon. Or it will matter the most when they improve, I suppose. It's a better way to say that. Now, if you do that, you're just being negative. Just let people enjoy things. Honestly. That's what I say. Why can't you just let people enjoy things? Alright, there's no way to get that guy out of here. Give the key. There we go. Come on. I didn't pick up the key? What? Ow, fucking fiddle faddle. I picked up something. Must have picked up ammo or something. Let's drop our ammo for now then. There we are. How you doing, buddy? I heard the sound that it picked up something, I thought, but I guess I heard wrong. Nice work rescuing that soldier. Now bring him back to the truck. Do I have to? Okay. He'll come with me. More ammo. I really don't need to be carrying around 100 rounds for the, well, unless I get into a boss fight, I suppose. Don't need to be carrying around 100 rounds for the trank all the time. We have reports of the existence of documents containing classified information relating to the nuclear storage facility. With these documents, it is believed that we can determine the location of the nuclear storage facility. Great. You should do that. Continue determining. Have I looked up how to get Eva? I haven't looked up how to get her. Let's see. Don't look at all my tabs. Let's see. You can either do the password or... Come on, fucking... Ensure you have active spies. Send soldiers with the spy attribute out on missions to generate intelligence. What? They have to have the spy attribute? What? Do they really? Hold on, this is not the answer I got previously. Okay, we haven't unlocked the level that she's in yet. Place your spies in the airports and western wilderness regions. I don't even know if I unlocked those regions. So yeah, she's not until further in the game. Snake, we did it. We finally found it. The map of the nuclear storage facility is in the Soviet security base. Go out there and get it for us. Do I have spies in the security base? I do. Good, good, good. You are unsurprisingly worthless. So I guess we'll stick you in our indies for now. And I just need A tech people. Everyone sucks at tech. I need to find some sort of, I don't know, research facility to get people that can do tech. Alright. Let's just go to nighttime then. One of these days we'll have SIGINT. And then we'll create the ultimate Metal Gear. Friendship. The map to the nuclear storage facilities in the Soviet security base. Hop into the truck, we're heading out. Yep. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Hello, Roy. The surest, swiftest way to prevent Gene from launching his nuclear strike is to keep the warheads out of his hands. SIGINT versus Huey? Obviously SIGINT. Huey's a fucking piece of shit. Granted, I don't think there's the strongest evidence in the world for him, spoilers I guess, betraying you in Peace Walker. Peace Walker? At the, sorry, fuck. What's the first part of FGSV called? God damn it, I had it for a second. Ground Zeroes, thank you. Yeah, I don't think there's the strongest evidence in the world for him betraying you at the beginning of MGSV, but I think that's also the point. At the same time, I just don't like him. And that's reason enough, because I don't like Roy either in this game. To do that, we'll first need to discern the location of the nuclear warhead storage facility. That base is the center of the Red Army's security presence here. There's bound to be information in regards to key facilities throughout the peninsula. This is corroborated by intel we've received from our spy units. Conduct a search of the base and look for intel on the location where the warheads are stored. No problemo. This is what I'm saying, the music in this game is pretty dang good. Hello.
Just my imagination.
I kinda want you to see me.
What's that? What happened?
Ah, shit. Precisely what I didn't want to happen. Okay. Now you boys. Damn. Nothing right here. Oh, actually. That'll do. Maybe. Maybe that'll do. Went behind everyone's back and agreed to an inspection regarding nuclear weapons. That's true. He did do that. There's a quote I like that goes something like, it's impossible, given sufficient enough, a sufficiently stupid action, it's impossible to tell whether said action was performed through malice or stupidity. Don't look at what I'm doing over here. Nothing to see here. Absolutely nothing going on. He is a scorpion, he'll be cool. Oh my god, open the fucking door. Fine. Alright, where the hell is Snake? Over here? Yes. Because he wanted the world to trust them, yeah. I'm not saying he's not sus. He's either really, really fucking stupid. Or he's a traitor. Regardless of which it is, they had to get him out of there. Release the parasite, killed Skullface. Again, killed Skullface I don't consider to be a negative, really. Killed Strangelove, yes. And put his son into a Metal Gear cockpit because they wanted to prepare for the first impact. What is this, Ava? Release the did he release the parasite? On our base? I don't remember that portion. That would be a pretty big problem. It's an Ava reference. What a great time to join. Yep. You joined during the most high-octane portion of this game. We are collecting men, as always. Welcome in, Riley. Yeah, honestly, that's closer. Have I not played? I've played through Metal Gear Solid 5, but it was like 2020 when I played through it, and I haven't played through it again. So. And I was moderately checked out because I don't like that game at all. Yeah, I just didn't know that he released the parasite specifically. I didn't know that was revealed. I thought it just got loose. I think I literally just pressed the... Nope. Pressed the door against some guy. He is under me, though. That's what I'm saying. I know he's a piece of shit. That's not up for debate. What was up for debate was whether or not he 100% betrayed Diamond Dogs. And I think the game is... I thought at least the game was somewhat ambiguous about giving you very concrete evidence of that. But I could be wrong in that respect. Alright. That guy looks cool. He has a scorpion. Hopefully he'll finally be a decent second operative for us. Let's actually... No, that's fine. That's fine. And yes, Riley, you came just in time for us to be talking about Metal Gear Solid 5 spoilers, but it's okay. I think both of us have de-headcanonized that game. Yeah, yeah. Or ever. Or ever. Yeah, that it's more circumstantial evidence, hindsight, and recontextualization. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We never have any, like, smoking gun evidence against Huey. And I like that. Is this the docks? Alright, that's fine. That's all well and good. Why? That is the only fucking... Alright. Alright. Listen here. At least give me something... There we go. Something kind of close. Shit. Miller doesn't like Huey, but it's not like Diamond Dog's already prosecuted and punished him. What? What do you mean? Yeah, they didn't. They were just suspicious of him. There was mounting evidence. Or mounting circumstantial evidence. But based on what they had, I don't think they would have convicted him in court. That entire segment is supposed to evoke paranoia rather than a, oh my god, this guy betrayed us, what a dickhead. I have to go for some of those rations in a second. At the same time, do I super care about MGSV's plot? No. I really don't. I'm saying that segment is effectively done because literally everyone is like 100% Huey betrayed them, he's a piece of shit. I wish V had a good story. Me too, man. Me too. I wish 4 had better gameplay in some portions, but they let our good friend Shinta Nojiri direct a whole chapter, a whole 5th of MGS4. And can you believe it? It's the worst 5th by far in the whole game. See if I missed anything up here. We're gonna move on. DMT. What's that crap? I wish every Metal Gear past Snake Eater had... yes, exactly, thank you. The Snake Eater's narrative I'm still middling on, but it's at least competent. I don't think it's as good as 1 or 2. I think they could have done a lot more with it. But it's at least competent. Was it Chapter 3? It was Chapter 3. Yeah. That fucking 8-year-long tailing mission? Yeah, that's the one. if we needed any further proof of Nojiri's talents as a game designer. But of course, I've never defended Ghost Babel. I didn't rip it apart either, but I certainly didn't defend it. I believe I call it a, quote, paint by numbers Metal Gear. Wasn't a big fan of the Shadow Moses mission. Fucking mini robots are annoying. That's true. I do not like the mini robots portion of that mission. But you also have probably one of the better boss fights in that section. And they mostly handled the nostalgia bait pretty well. Mostly. Where the fuck is this guy? I've checked all 3 floors. Where's this dude? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't even consider that a boss fight against Vamp. That's more of a set piece. But we also got the Ray fight out of it. The Ray v Rex fight.
What the?
Which, like, just because they do it once and only once. Oh, he's on the roof. I would consider that to be one of the best moments of the series. They do enough to make it feel climactic. And actually, that's like one of the only boss fights in that whole game that plays, actually except for Octopus. That's one of the only boss fights in that whole game that plays really, really well on the boss extreme. Which I appreciate. But I really did not like the Liquid Ocelot fight the first time I played it. I was playing on the boss extreme, and it's just like really unfair and shitty. Like the part where the gecko drops down and you can kill it via switching the electric floors back on? I don't remember that. MGS4 I have not replayed. I need to do that. Love the gecko as a concept in MGS4, just those giant machines which you don't really want to fight. Yeah, and they combine in a unsettling way the mechanical and the organic. Not as well as Panzer Dragoon, but, you know, good effort. Where the fuck is Snake? Oh, he's in the other building. Shit. I have to get Jonathan some chicky nuggies after this. Gonna be damn tired. Yeah, I think they could have done a bit more with the geckos, but I really like the sound design and the look of them. But you could also say that technically that being the Metal Gear of Metal Gear Solid 4 is kind of disappointing. They have normal enemies distracting you. Raven did. And Mantis did. Mantis, that's kind of the whole point, so that's fine. Did Wolf, the Crying Wolf fight, I think it was. I think you're right, yeah. The bosses in MGS4 not being characters is kind of boring. but they're so tragic. They really made you feel for them. I kind of found that to be a parody of the series. Of how the series handled boss fights in MGS1, where you how do you say, you kill them and then you find out their backstory and it's so sad. and then they just like played that up to 11 for that game. Played it out to the point of parody. Now I wish they had done something with them. Yeah. Could they have done more? Maybe. Maybe. But you know what? There's... As soon as you release a game, or as soon as you release a piece, you're always gonna fucking smack your head and say, ah, fucking missed that huge opportunity right there. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Or we just didn't have time, or whatever. Something like that. Anyone down here? Because I do that all the time. I release a video and then I'm immediately like, ah, fucking goddamn, I missed a joke that would have been so good. What a wasted opportunity. What is all this? The difference, of course, being that they used the tragic deaths in MGS1. They had more narrative purpose than just war is bad and oh so tragic. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a parody. I consider that entire game a parody. But I know people immediately discount the meta-narrative element of that game, which I think is a mistake. When's my Half-Life 2 video? When I get off my ass and make it. You want to just read the script? It'll basically be like that, but I'll be talking out loud and then there'll be some bad jokes in there somewhere. Oh god. This fucking... Why did I decide to do this? Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. If you want to have a good parody, play Unmetal or Metal Gear Solid. I mean, it's... Metal Gear Solid 4 is using itself as a parody of the previous, I would say, 3 games in particular. That being MGS 1, 2, and 3, not Peace Walker and Portable Ops. In order to make the meta-narrative theme of the series should have died a long time ago work. Just don't consider it clever or earned? I think Kojima might disagree with you after all the death threats he got. Snake, don't just climb up. I had no control there. Where the fuck is this dude? What the hell? I know there was another guy. It might take me years, but I'll do it. It's not that long. Not even as long as my, my ranking, part 2 of the ranking video. Not even, it's probably like not even half that long. If MGS4 turned out bad without Kojima's involvement, then there would have been rioting in the streets. I don't know. I don't think, aside from maybe Rising, I guess, not really. I don't think any Metal Gear without Kojima's involvement has turned out even decently. Like, I do not at all buy the narrative that he's just a hack, failed Hollywood producer that wanted to make movies and couldn't make it in Hollywood, so gotta make games now. Like, no. I consider Kojima to be one of, not the, but one of the most forward-thinking creators on the medium. Granted, I haven't played Death Stranding 1 or 2 yet. So we'll see what happens when I get to those. Mission objectives complete. Return to base and make sure the enemy doesn't detect you along the way. I also haven't played Penguin Adventure 2. So until I do that, then I don't have a full construction of Kojima's work. And there's Snatcher and Police Knots. I haven't played... Or sorry, yeah, I haven't played either of them. I think Snatcher's on my list, my personal list pretty soon. Right after... Yeah, I'm playing Blood Omen Legacy of Kain right now, and then Shining Force 1, and then Snatcher on my own time. He doesn't consider his games to be art, though? This is the exact same conversation that we had when talking about the Phantom Menace. I did know Meryl was a character from Snatcher. I'm pretty sure... You know, I don't remember either. Yeah, one of the two. Exactly. Now, authorial intent means something, but my problem is that people use it as a cudgel to shut down conversation about art. And any self-respecting artist that knew their words were being used like that would never give an interview ever again. Just like Stanley Kubrick never gave an interview ever again. Yeah, the Christian symbolism is just there because it looks cool. Exactly. And he's also Japanese. And Japanese don't say their real opinions on anything in a public context. Ever. That's what the whole story of Code Geass was about. You were right. The document you brought back was a map of the nuclear storage facility. In order to stop Gene from using Metal Gear, we have to prevent the nuclear warheads from being transported out of that storage facility. Here's the bad news. We don't know which part to destroy or how. If we If we stuck to the protocol, we'd first gather some intel, and then form a plan of action. With reports of a transport team arriving to carry out the nukes, time is not a luxury we've got right now. Art is an expression viewed as such by the people consuming the creation. If the creator is creating something as an outlet, that doesn't change how the masses view it. Did you mean to say art as an expression? It's viewed as such by people consuming the creation. Art as an expression is viewed as such by the people consuming the creation. I mean, people make art for a reason, for the most part, unless they're just so ground up by the corporate machine that they have to fucking make Call of Duty all the time. And sorry to those people, but you have the option. If you're in that situation, by the way, you are choosing security. You're choosing financial security over artistic expression. And if you were ever going to do that, then you probably weren't cut out to be an artist in the first place. Sorry, but that's just the case. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at with that statement, Riley. But if the creator is creating something as an outlet, that doesn't change how the masses view it. Yeah, well, unless the author gives their gives their precise intent on it, and then everyone just uses that to say that no, this is the intent of the piece, and any other reading of it is completely wrong, and you're dumb. Which I fucking hate, and they would fucking hate, by the way. If I make X art form with X intent in mind, but the masses view it as Y art form, instead, that doesn't make the masses wrong. No, it doesn't. And it also doesn't make the author wrong. If you derive meaning from a work, then you have read it correctly. Essentially. Because that's the entire point. So, yeah, fucking... When everybody used Ava as escapism, rather than appreciating the themes of anti-escapism and reorienting their lives as such, then, you know, Hideaki Anno got kind of pissed about that. But he didn't come out and say, you dumb bastards, you're doing it wrong. He made more art to say that, rather than giving an interview where he fucking pops off on otakus, excuse me, and says fucking stop cosplaying the characters. They're not aspirational characters. Stop J-O-ing to Ray. So Kojima saying his work isn't art doesn't make it not art? Yeah, it also doesn't mean that it's his actual opinion. It just means that that was a thing he said that was taken entirely out of context. That someone will now use to shut down conversation and say that Kojima's a hack. You think a guy who has made banger after banger game since 1987 is a hack? Like, okay. And like, it's just me personally that doesn't like MGSV and to a lesser degree Peace Walker. Like everybody else, they fucking love those games, especially MGSV. It's just it's the hardcore Metal Gear fans that are so up their ass, up their own ass, that they can't appreciate a good game. When it's slightly different. But you know what? I'm the same way. Like, Peace Walker is widely considered the best game on the PSP, on the whole console. Except for maybe FF Tactics, but that's a remake, so I wouldn't really consider it. At least 80% of what I say is not my opinion. That's a problem, I would argue. I would argue that's an issue. In the same way that I consume art by having other people's, including the author's, opinion inform my own opinion, you should do the same in life. Admit when you're wrong, but don't just parrot other people's words. Please. Hold on, I'm looking back through this. There's the author, Ife Gachiakuta. Modern manga, modern anime. It's decent. Not mind-blowing, but decent. She's currently learning why artists don't interact with their fans. I'm not familiar with that, but I assume she is. Yeah, just ask Masahiro Ito how interacting with his fans is going. The one of the directors on Silent Hill 2. He's very active on Twitter. Or, oh my god, the best example is Hideki Kamiya. I follow him on Twitter, and it's literally just him, like, quote retweeting people and calling them idiots and insects. It's awesome. And asking, like, oh, will there ever be a... will there ever be a fucking sequel to Beautiful Joe? It's like, I didn't even direct that! Oh my god. Is that Portable Ops is my favorite game? Yeah. I know that. I know that. Wrong, never heard of it. Yeah. Your third favorite is Portable Ops Plus. Of course. It earns an honorary position. Gatekeeping should be a thing? Yeah. I mean, I think as soon as you are... Oh, God. There's a million different ways that fans can be annoying. A lot of them are just LARPers as well. So that's become a really bad aspect, is that you just have an insane amount of fake fans who have either never played anything or they didn't like it in the first place. Like, if you... Let's take, like, the Silent Hill 2 remake as a random example. If you have... If you are saying something like the Silent Hill 2 remake is a better version of and a replacement of the original Silent Hill 2, you were never a fan of Silent Hill 2 because you have no respect for the original work. And that is the fucking baseline, by the way, is having respect for the original work. But here we are. Not a luxury we got right now. Let's do this by the seat of our pants. Hurry and infiltrate the facility. Let's do bear by the seat of our pants. I know it sounds suicidal, but it's our duty to interrupt the transport of the nukes. Let's do this. Can't wait. Tiger, badger, flamingo, orca. Are all of you useless? Yes. 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 And yes. Oh man. Just go in the fucking indies and never talk to me. Oh, hold on. More places to spy on. So at least you fuckers can be useful. I like the RE4 remake, but I never consider it superior to the original. I would argue that a remake inherently can't be superior to the original because it's not an original work. Regardless of how much you change it, even if you have a work that is artistically viable, like I would consider from what I have heard of, the FF7 remake to be. It's the only remake I know of that actually uses its status as a remake to change the game enough to where you're not being artistically bankrupt. Maybe the only... I wouldn't even consider Twin Snakes either. I don't think it changes enough. No. See, you're not understanding what I'm saying, though. It changes enough, and it uses its status as a I'm not saying it's good. I don't know if it's good, and you're saying it's bad. But it changes enough as a remake to be considered a new piece. That's all I'm saying. And it's the only remake that I'm aware of that has done that. Doesn't make it good. But it's at least its own fucking artwork. Look at Metroid Zero Mission as a straight-up improvement to Metroid. See, a lot of people would disagree with you there. Because they would think that Metroid, the original Metroid, is more in line with the original vision of the series. But yes, that is a very well-respected remake. And it's the same thing with RE1 remake. there are a few people that would say, oh, you're kind of losing the tone of the original series. But the tone of the original series was also a bit confused. When Jak 2 gets a remake, it'll be glorious. Maybe. If someone with any design chops at all is working on it, then maybe it'll be not horrible. We'll see. Axolotl! No. I'm not saying it's superior. Oh, you're talking about Zero Mission. No, I think like changing just enough so that a work could be superior is artistically bankrupt. That's what I'm saying. Trying to make a superior work in the first place is artistically bankrupt. Now, taking the base of Final Fantasy VII and turning it into a game that is gameplay-wise very different, narratively not different enough, I would maybe argue, but different. That is at least not creatively bankrupt. You're taking something that already existed and making something completely new out of it. See, now, Replicant 1.22 is an example of a straight-up improvement as far as the vast majority of people are concerned. I think some people don't like Kaine's face in the new one, but, you know, I'd be more concerned about her other assets if they fuck those up. They would change in the remake is the color design of RE1? Sure. And a lot of people consider it to be an upgraded version. Again, is that artistically viable? I don't think so. Is new in the way that it is fan fiction. See, that, like, I haven't played either of them, so I don't know, and obviously this line is subjective, but I don't know where or if I would draw the line there to say that this is a new work. I'm just saying that's the best example I can think of off the top of my head. Remake does not equal remaster. It doesn't. And yet that's generally how it's used. But again, like, do you want to say that is it a new work just because the gameplay is different? I don't think so. Like, for example, is MGS3 Delta a new work just because the gameplay is different and most everything else aside from the color palette is the same? No. You're not making a new work. You're not using the original as a jumping off point to create something new. Meanwhile, you're trying to treat said remake as an upgraded and better version of the original in order to erase the original from history while censoring anything problematic. That is the general goal of almost every remake that comes out. Now some like RE1 Remake, some like Nier Replicant, some like Scholar of the First Sin, were made either by the original directors or by their original team. I would consider by the original director to be of utmost importance. But typically you have companies that have never even touched the IP before working on these. People are incorrectly using remake and remaster. Originally, remaster meant that you were using the original code, the same as music, where you were using the original master to make a new master. Upgrading graphics and changing color grading is a remaster? I very much disagree with that. Changing color grading is an artistic decision. And also upgrading graphics, quote unquote, is an artistic decision. What are you upgrading the graphics with? Are you displaying the game at a higher resolution, at a higher frame rate? I would generally consider that fine, unless gameplay is tied to frame rate like it was in Shadow of the Colossus. Are you changing anything? Anything at all about the graphics, the gameplay, the sound, or the story? Then that's a problem. That is then a remake. You are making artistic decisions. FF7 Remake is actually a remake, sequel, parallel universe, time travel, multiverse thing. The original FF7 had no elements regarding parallel worlds or time travel. That's what I'm saying. You may hate it, but so far as I understand it, the way you're describing it, they're at least doing something new with it. Is it new enough to be considered an original work? I don't know. But it's the best example I can think of off the top of my head. Because FF7 Remake is the only what I would call a reimagining that I can think of that's ever been made. Making it function on upgraded hardware, making a PS1 game run on PS5. Yes, exactly. So you gotta watch the terms that you're using here, because that's not upgrading the graphics. That's making it run. That's essentially an HD port. So and here's where we get into the confluence of terms. Like how they ruined God of War 1 with its remaster? Or Gears of War 1? Yes. So are we calling it a remake just because they're changing the gameplay? Or are we calling it a remake because they're not using any of the original code, which was the original meaning of the term, before a bunch of games journalists had no idea what they were doing? Stop talking, play the game. We're talking about something important. This is way as good as Portable Ops is. Yeah. As good as Portable Ops is, being that it's the best game of all time, this conversation's more important. Both to an extent. Personally, I think the term remaster just shouldn't exist. We should have port, remake, and reimagining. The term remaster has been completely bastardized to just be a remake in disguise. And changing the base code made it a remake. I like HD port more than remaster. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, port, HD port, whatever. They mean the same thing. Well, there is a distinction there. There definitely is a distinction there. Alright, we'll play the fucking video game. An HD port is a remaster? Not if they change anything. A remaster, in the way that most people are using it, means that they changed something. That's why I don't like that confluence. I don't like those terms being construed. You're right, the document you brought back was a map to the nuclear storage facility. Without the nukes, you'll be useless. Put those nukes out of commission. Hold on. I want to... We just unlocked the ravine, I think. Send some spies there? Nope, we already did. Sweet. Well, by virtue of it being on PC, it's going to run at a higher resolution. So that doesn't really work either. A port would mean that you're changing nothing about the game. So even porting a game to a console within the same generation is not technically an HD port. I know what you mean, yeah. But like, for example, if you look at the original, like take the original RE4 that originally came out on GameCube, then they essentially had to demake it to get it to run on PS2. But also, that's an expanded edition because that was the edition that had the DLC. So like, it gets complicated quickly, but. People don't even have a basic understanding of these terms any longer. We did back in the day before all you fucking casuals. Yeah, I know what you mean. We've confirmed the presence of a transport team. They're here to carry the warheads away. We're in a situation where every minute counts. Get in there and find some way to stop them from transporting those warheads. Good luck. Yeah, I know what you said. It's all good. Kingdom Hearts HD Remix is a good example of an HD port done correctly. They changed the camera. So that is a very, very large gameplay element that you could argue makes it a remaster. Meh. How you perceive the game is meh? Okay, they changed the camera in Silent Hill 2 Remake. Is that a meh change? Because I have an 8-page script that would disagree with you. Depends on how the camera plays a role in the game narrative. Not necessarily just the game narrative, but how the game plays generally, right? So, like, here's a good example. In Resident Evil 1 Remake on GameCube, they gave you the opportunity to not use tank controls. You can just use directional movement. Plenty of people would say that that breaks the game, because you are vastly more mobile than you would be otherwise. There are also plenty of people that would say, that I would claim that that makes the game worse. Because it plays shittier. Not only does it play shittier, but it makes the protagonist more powerful, which is a problem in survival horror games. If you break the gameplay balance of a survival horror game, then that is a big issue. A hack and slash camera improvement versus limited camera improvement. Hack and slash, you mean like a chase cam? Because it depends on which hack and slash you're talking about. I'd argue they changed more than just the camera. They did, yeah. No, they changed a lot more than just the camera, but yeah, that's the example we're going with at the moment. That's why I think remaster shouldn't be a word, because remaster is never used in the proper term anymore. Remaster was always used, or remaster nowadays is just used to sneak in changes that, in my view, turn the game into a remake, depending on the severity of said changes. My definitions are remake. A remake game is completely built from the ground up, new code, new character models, new graphics. And that's generally what it was used as in history. But now, it's not just that they're remaking the game. Like, let's say, you know, they lost the original code for Silent Hill 2 or Panzer Dragoon Saga, so they cannot technically remaster those games. So technically, if they wanted to do a faithful remake of those games, they would have to do a remake of those games. They can't just do HD ports. But now the term remake is used to... my problem is that the term remake is too broad. Remake could either mean we are making the exact game almost exactly as it was, or trying to get as close as possible to the original work, or we are changing everything that we possibly can to modernize it for the for the current audience. So on this end of the spectrum, you have like closer to like Dead Space 1, from what I'm aware of. You have closer to Dead Space 1. On this side of the spectrum, you have RE4 remake, Silent Hill 2 remake. They also had HD ports that were comparable to the OG on PS2. I don't know what you're referring to. Remaster takes what is already there, changes stuff like graphics. This can result in simple things like higher resolution, new character models, maybe even new lighting engine. Isn't always good. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At what point do you change enough for a remaster to become a remake? Because it is, we don't even get HD ports anymore. That's not even a thing. I was talking about DMC. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. With the special editions and that type of thing. We don't even get HD ports anymore. They are either they're changing something, usually a lot, and still calling it either a remaster or a remake. But these terms are vastly too broad. How they did their HD collection, which was basically make the games on PS2 be able to run on newer hardware. Yeah. I call it a retake. That's where a game is using the same code, same structure, but changes the optics so much that it becomes essentially unrecognizable. Like Ocarina 3DS. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of people... Yeah, a lot of people would look at Ocarina 3DS and say, this is a remaster. And I fucking hate that. That is a disgusting practice. Like, regardless of whether you think the graphics are better or not, it's not a remaster. Because you're not using what was originally there. They made all new textures, all new lighting system for that game, from what I have seen of it, which is very little. Is this where they're storing the nukes? Alarm system is installed and security is pretty tight. Alright, I'll play the fucking video game. How dare you make me... Don't you know that this is the channel where we pretend to play video games while talking about video games?
What? Huh? Just my imagination.
It's your imagination. Ah, a woman. What? Who the fuck? What? Who the fuck saw me? Oh shit! I walked through their beams. Well, just hit a quick abort there. The beams. Yeah, most people nowadays would call that a remaster. But, like, they're drastically changing the original artistic vision. That is not a remaster. That's why I think, that's what I'm saying. If you are taking the term remaster in good faith, then it's just an HD port. But most people are using the term remaster in order to change a bunch of shit and then claim that it's faithful. Because, guys, it's a remaster. I mean, come on. Yeah, they play essentially the same. See, we're adding a new term we don't need, but we really need to subtract the term here. I think if you're changing anything, period, it's a remake. Like, we originally used the term remake to say we're not using the same code. Nobody uses that anymore. That hasn't been the definition since like 2015. It's not my fault game companies don't use the same term. I know. It's not the fault. It's not your fault the game journalists don't use the same term either. That's what I'm saying. Literacy of these terms is incredibly low. But yeah, like any time that you're changing anything, it's a remake. Or even a reimagining. Frankly, the term remake should also mean that you're building it from the ground up and not changing anything, but that term has also been bastardized. It's like, take actually, I'm not familiar enough with them to make this claim, but I'm pretty sure that The Last of Us on PS4 is just an HD port, right? It's mostly just an up-res version of the original game. Remake does not mean you have to change anything, it just means you have to build up again from the grounds up. That's what it used to mean, yes. It's a remaster, higher resolution, higher FPS. Okay. See, again, these terms have been misused for so long that they just don't mean anything anymore. I'm trying to come up with new definitions for these terms that I think would better describe what it actually is. What the actual intent of the release is. I know what the terms used to mean, but they don't even mean that anymore. So now they mean whatever the fuck they want. whatever the fuck their marketing team is trying to make us believe, essentially. Because we were led to believe that Delta would be a faithful remake. But it's not. The gameplay is vastly different. Regardless, let's play a game. PS5 version still uses the same code and has the same bugs, correct? But they fucked up the gameplay. Technically, because it wasn't completely newly coded, I'd say it's a remake. I think most people would agree with that. Shit, my stamina's low. Damn it. Okay, I see the alarm system now. I'm woke to the situation. Must have been nothing.
Just my imagination.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
A retake, not a remake? Hold on. Trying to capture this woman. Yeah. Now, are people going to use that term? I think that's kind of a pointless term. Infrareds? I don't know if I have infrareds. I mean, I can see where it is. Shit. You know, hold on. We need to abort and fucking get some stamina back. God damn it. One. Two. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Sources indicate that all weapons supplied to units stationed at this security base come from a single source, the armory inside the base. We assess that destroying this armory will drastically reduce the combat effectiveness of enemy units in the security base. Okay. Sources indicate that the elevator installed in the nuclear facility... Oh my fuck. Installed in the nuclear storage facility for transporting nuclear warheads does not run on its own independent power supply, such as fuel cells or an APU. And there's a Mosin Nagant. Okay. I'll check if I have infrareds, but I don't know if I do. If I don't, then it's not the hugest deal in the world. Change equipment. Thermal? Not quite the same. Will thermal work? I guess we'll try it out. And also... Boy, Jonathan. What? What? Huh? There we go. Alright. Any of you fools, you're all worthless. I'm shocked beyond words. Yeah, frankly, I don't think using the original code is all that important. I think more so these terms should describe the artistic intent of creating a new release for these games. And as it stands, they're not doing that because the artistic intent is always in bad faith. In basically every example. In basically every example that's not made by the original creator, I should say. Alright, take 3. How's it only been an hour and a half? I feel like I've been playing this game my whole life. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh, sweet Christ. I don't think thermals are gonna work here. Excuse me, but it's at least worth a shot. Alright. Oh, they do work. Okay. Let's watch these for a second and see if they change. It's not night vision, yeah, but it's also not infrared. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. They work, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, these don't appear to be changing.
What's that?
Shit.
HQ.
This is HQ.
This is patrol.
Just gonna abort real quick. Metal Gear never had infrared? That's not correct. Metal Gear 1 and 2 had infrared. Did Metal Gear Solid? I don't remember. It wasn't always thermal, though. It wasn't always thermal. You know what? I bet I can look it up on the wiki. Oh, thermal goggles, sometimes known as infrared goggles. You fucking little shitter. So we never had both at the same time. Infrared and Snake Eater. Thermal and San Geronimo. Infrared and Outer Heaven. And Zanzibar. And looks like Thermal and MGS 1 and 2. Okay. Well, fuck me then. They operate... Oh yeah, okay, I see. See, that just doesn't make any sense though, because thermal goggles shouldn't be able to pick up infrared sensors. Or laser beams, I don't think. But other than that, they do... No. Hold on. They're called thermal goggles in MGS1, but these are definitely infrared goggles. And then you have thermals in MGS3. You know what? I've lost interest in this topic. Let's keep playing. They're usually misnamed, as it turns out. Yeah, infrared is heat radiation. I'm saying they look different. Thermal goggles have a different display. Like the ones that are purely red, like the like the Virtual Boy, those are infrared. So that dude... Oh. Wait.
What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing here.
Yeah. That's right. Just make sure these are in the same spot. Like these are thermal goggles. These are listed correctly. That's just because the PS1 couldn't really handle it differently. That's possible. That's possible. I think you would have more credence to say that about the MSX games.
What? Just my
Must have been nothing.
imagination.
Should be going down about now. There we go. Perfect.
What?
Now, Jonathan. It's possible that the PS1 couldn't handle it differently. Considering they can do it on the PSP, though. I think there's room to say it was possible. The PSP is like roughly as powerful as a Dreamcast, I would say. Don't think those graphics would have been possible on PS1? I don't know. I don't know the... I'm not an expert in programming for the PS1. I wish I was. Because that's an argument that people like to use in ignorance a lot. Like, oh, obviously they couldn't have made Demon Souls for the PS3. They would have made Demon Souls just the same way that that they did it on PS5. It was just the technical limitations of the time. And it's like, oh, you have literally never played a PS3 game in your life, have you? No. Shut up. Character model's not render distance? What? What do you mean? Is this? Yeah. That is no bueno. What's this business? Okay, it's fine. Ooh, hello. Because poly counts and render distance? Again, I don't know. If I were an expert in programming for the PS1, I could tell you. Having played a number of PS1 games, I somewhat doubt that that's the case. That they couldn't do those graphics on the PS1. I do know why they look the way they do. Because of the technical limitations of the time.
Who's that?
Fucking... Stay down, you little shit. Fucking bitch. Alright. Oh, sweet. That's convenient. Alright, buddy, you seem like the commander of this place, so if you suck, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will suck, don't get me wrong. That's right, we haven't called Pear in a long time. Gotta do that. I said I was gonna do that last time. God damn it. Para! Or Ghost? Oh, it's called Roy. Ghost, just what kind of weapon is this ICBMG? An excellent question. Let me begin by explaining the rocket used in the ICBMG. Most ordinary ballistic missiles employ a solid fuel rocket suitable for long-term storage, but due to the weight of the ICBMG, such a rocket would not provide enough propulsive force. It was decided to employ both a liquid and a solid fuel engine. However, the difficulty with the liquid fuels is that they must be kept at a constant temperature. However, instead of the normal kerosene and liquid oxygen, we use... Hold on there, Ghost. Sorry to interrupt the science lecture. I don't need to know the technical details. Keep it nice and simple. Really, Snake, it wouldn't kill you to learn a bit more about this. The ICBMG is a weapon based on a completely new approach to battle. The CIA seems to think of it as nothing more than an alternative to MIRVs, but in reality, it is nothing of the sort. I'm sure you know there are two types of strategic missile weapons, ballistic missiles and cruise missiles. Right. Ballistic missiles pass outside the atmosphere and travel at very high speeds, making them extremely difficult to intercept. On the other hand, their targeting accuracy is low, so unless armed with nukes or other weapons of mass destruction, they are quite simply not worth the cost. Cruise missiles, by contrast, were designed to enable precision strikes on military targets only, but they travel slowly and are easily intercepted. The ICBMG combines the best aspects of both types of missile. It's the best of both worlds! It can infiltrate an enemy country without being intercepted and selectively destroy all political and military targets with pinpoint accuracy, at the leisure of whomever wields it. You realize what that means? It could take an entire enemy country hostage. Precisely. Furthermore, as a walking tank protected by tough armor plating, it can operate without support. It also functions as a mobile platform, similar to a nuclear submarine, making it difficult to destroy. Sounds like it's got everything going for it. I see now why you're helping me destroy this thing. If we wait for somebody to actually demonstrate its power, it'll be too late. We have to stop it now, while it's still a prototype. Indeed. I'm counting on you, Snake. I searched up some specs and this is what I found. Again, like... Come back to me when you've programmed multiple PS1 games. Or talk to someone who has. But just saying X was the technical limitations of the time generally doesn't hold water. Ah, fucking ass Snake. That looks like the place to be. Let's check this first. Hello, beautiful. Shit. More alarms. Still no sign of the nukes. Fucking... On a bit of a time crunch here, Roy. Have you found the machine room yet? The only way to put the freight elevator out of commission is to destroy the machine room that acts as its power source. Make your way to that room pronto. I'm fucking trying to do that. It should be full of very large, heavy machinery. Wow, thanks. If I had to guess, I'd say the machine room would probably be in the basement. I'll look for it. Thanks, Roy. As always, your gift to the cause. Just a real humdinger of a partner. System clock is 10 times faster, system RAM is 16 or 32 times higher. You're saying this is the PSP versus the PS1? Yeah, I would not doubt that. Like I said, graphically I think the PSP is pretty close to the Dreamcast. If not a bit worse. But that's mostly just it running at a lower resolution. PSP is actually stronger than the Dreamcast? When did the PSP come out? 2004? That's quite impressive. And people have been able to port games from the PS2 to the PSP without a whole lot of compromises. So that makes sense. Oh god, it's so far back. Son of a bitch. Well, yeah, of course, the native res goes to Dreamcast. That just makes sense. It's also worth it to consider that the Dreamcast was only around for a couple years. So nobody got the full potential out of it. Even so, games like Blue Stinger are very impressive. Blue Stinger, Crazy Taxi, Jet Grind Radio. Good console. You think the draw distance of portable ops would have not been a problem on PS1? No, like, that's not the conversation we're having. You said it would be... You were saying that it wouldn't be possible to do this effect. This thermal goggles effect. No, 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 no. Not the same graphics. We were specifically talking about whether or not they could do the thermal goggles versus the infrared goggles. So have we just been having a miscommunication this whole time? All right. Excellent. Good to know. How do I get deeper into this? Was there a door I missed? Question I ask in regards to Para all the time. I thought this door
No, it's all fine. Is there anything else in here? No, that's graded. Okay. Well, shit. Maybe it was too difficult and chose to do something easier. Again, I think on the MSX2, which almost certainly had a limited color palette, then yes. But the PS1 is more impressive than people give it credit for. Huh. That's graded off. That's just great. And this just goes upstairs, or... Oh, hold on. All the friggin' fun. Also, when using the example of Silent Hill 1, part of the fog was a compromise to allow you to traverse basically the entire city without a single loading screen, which is incredibly impressive. If they had more loading screens, then their draw distance would be a lot better, like MGS1, which came out the previous year. Maybe the effects would look weird on low poly models. They're already making it look pretty intense with that. That's about as realistic of a thermal goggles effect as you could go for. It maybe wouldn't block out your entire vision like that, but I don't know. PS1 struggle with loading effects? Maybe. They might have had to change to a lower res. Which was not uncommon back then. What's the situation look like? I've infiltrated what looks to be a machine room. Seems like I could do something useful here. Any ideas? A machine room, huh? This is just a hunch, but I'm thinking it could be responsible for supplying most of the power to the facility. It's not a hunch! We got a report! Stop lying to me, Roy. You piece of shit. It probably provides the power used to run the elevator as well. Yeah, I know it does. You may be able to stop the elevator system by sabotaging that machine room. Cutting off the power source should make it impossible to move those nukes. So destroy that room. Yeah, easier said than done. None of our comrades here are carrying any TNT. Do fucking not end the mission right now. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Done that multiple times. Like, I know where TNT is. I already found it. I think they didn't know how to do it practically. Budget and resource concerns, plus maybe gameplay incentive made them do it differently. I mean, that's all inferences. You can't argue your own point backward. I mean, you can. Everyone does all the fucking time, but... Shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. Alright, I want someone to collect my box here. Oh, the thermal goggles, actually, I have at the moment. Yeah. I already found TNT, so we're good. What is this? Motherfucker, I don't need your TNT, Roy. In fact, I refuse your TNT. Who the hell do you think I am? I don't need anything from you, Roy Campbell, if that is your name. Yeah, find TNT, blow up the thing. He lies to us so much throughout the series that who knows? Is this even the actual Roy Campbell? Does this Roy Campbell look like in 40 years he could be the Roy Campbell of which of which is known to us? I don't know. Just don't know about that. Probably. I have to hit the head after this mission. We'll have some downtime to research PS1 specs. Fucking giving me TNT. What a piece of shit. Maybe it's just liquid. Yeah. He takes off his fucking headset. Hello, brother. Did you like my headphones? Did you like my jacket? Liquid. What's the situation look like? I've infiltrated what looks to be a machine room. Seems like I could do something useful. I still make myself laugh. Oh, fucking just blow it up, for Christ's sake. Plant those explosives. Did you like my facial hair? What did you think of my flavor saver? Did it. Ah, it's gonna be a fucking boss.
Snake. The inner walls of this storage facility are more fragile than they look. With the way you planted that bomb, the blast would have been far too powerful. You would have ended up cutting off your own escape route. You're so focused on completing the mission that you neglected your own personal safety. Nasty habits are hard to kick. Eh, Snake?
Python, you dismantled the bomb, but you couldn't have had enough time.
Time? I had plenty. All I had to do was flash freeze.
There's no time for time.
And poof! No more explosion. Sure is hot in here.
Python, so you were alive all this time. What happened to your body?
It has been a while, Snake. How long's it been since our last mission together? Nearly 10 years? We were both so very young back then.
Yeah, when the boss vanished, and I didn't know
There's
what
part of the
hell I was
timeline we
doing.
don't know about?
You were there to save me. You were one of the few people I could always count on in battle. But I thought you were dead. You were wounded on that top secret mission in Vietnam.
Yes, I was. At one point, I was within an inch of death. My body lost the ability to regulate its temperature. Left unchecked, it would rise continuously, uncontrollably. Eventually, my body would literally burn itself up. Without this suit and its liquid nitrogen filling, I wouldn't be able to survive more than half a day. But this suit has also made me a superior soldier. Look. Look at this stage I control. Not even your famous CQC will work on me.
But Python,
I'll keep that in
why?
mind.
You're a good man. Why join Jean's rebellion?
It's my salvation, Snake. Do you have any idea why the CIA let me live this long? They're afraid of you, Snake. You're a legend, a hero. You bested the boss. The CIA knows it. So they searched for a soldier strong enough to take you down if you ever betrayed them. They chose me. I'm the anti-Snake. And I'm the one man who can break you! Ever since I came back to Fox, I've been sent to do nothing but wet works, so as to keep my assassin instincts nice and sharp. Can you recall those you've killed in battle, Snake? I do. I have nightmares about them nearly every night. They won't leave me alone. But I've spilled far too much blood by now to ever make amends. The nightmares end today.
Python, don't.
I've been waiting for this moment. The moment when we could meet each other face to face on the battlefield as enemies. Snake, after I've killed you, my purpose will be fulfilled. Let's go!
That's not how it works. Alright, well, I suppose let's try and trank him.
Feels good to me. How about you?
I'm not super into it. Oh my god, the fucking lock-on range is so low. Snake keeps missing like a punk.
We used to do this in training.
Ah, fucking... Stop missing, Snake. For the love of God. I actually like this boss fight. It's fine. The boss fight that exists.
That's a nice cool breeze. Just...
Ah, fucking...
Fantastic!
When are you vulnerable,
Good
please?
to me. How about you?
Snake!
Hey, remember back when we used to do this in training?
Reload, you fucker. Thank you. There we go.
Amazing.
Yeah, if he changed positions a lot more.
I can see why. The CIA was afraid of you. Now I'll never have to take another life. Looks like I got my salvation after all.
That's enough, Python. No more talk.
What do you think you're doing, Snake?
I'm trying to keep the liquid nitrogen from leaking out of your suit.
Don't do it, Snake. You can't. Your arms will freeze solid before it.
Same python as ever. Going gets rough, and he gets all hot under the collar.
What?
You still owe me money from our last poker game. I can't have you dine on me yet.
And I also need a second operative, so...
Here I am, still watching your ass. Remember this, Snake. I followed Gene because he promised redemption. But soldiers like us won't find redemption in the good of the nation or the hatred of an enemy. Soldiers need a hero. They need a man for whom they can gladly risk their lives. Can you bear the burden of knowing that you hold your men's lives in your hands, Snake? If not, you'll never beat Gene.
Well, I am starting a nation state of mercenaries if you want to join. I'll have it up and running in like 4 years. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Alright. We can probably go for another hour as long as my voice holds up. I think the cutscene is different if you kill him lethally? Really? That is very nice. I'd probably kill him lethally the first time, I imagine. Big Boss is actually just Solid Snake in disguise. Yeah. Oh man, that's what I was laughing about during the cutscene. Just our luck. The enemy has already finished transporting the warheads, meaning we were way off the mark. I hate to admit it, but you are right. But we can't give up. We still gotta prevent the launch. We're running out of options, though. We failed to stopping the transport of the nukes. The only option left is to destroy Metal Gear itself. Oh my god! I know that's a tall order, but in a way, you could say it has made our job a tad easier. Compared to transported warheads, Metal Gear is a much larger, more prominent target. There are only so many places it can be stored, and more people are likely to know its location. We need to find someone who was involved in the Metal Gear operation. A high-ranking officer, or maybe a maintenance crew guy. No doubt they'll have more information. I'd see your point, but I know. Assuming they've got information controls in place, it's more likely they don't have anything useful to tell us. But right now, it's our only lead. Come to think of it, Ghost mentioned a government official involved in the transportation of Metal Gear. Something about a guy who was stabbed in the back by the army and is reportedly dead. You sure he said that? No matter how charismatic Gene is, he'd never get away with activating this state-of-the-art weapon inside another country's territory on his own. That crack? You need to pull a few strings first, don't you think? Ever considered ASOR? No. I've considered physical therapy. And this official who helped Gene and then got tossed aside, if he's still alive, he'd probably know where Metal Gear is. Incredible, Snake. Of course. If anyone's got info on Metal Gear, it's Gene's silent partner in the government. How'd you figure it out? Using my fucking brain. I've had experience with how these government types operate. Yes, I remember now. He did say something about how a government official was cowering in fear near a tarmac. Okay, let's focus on gathering intel. Can you think of any other likely places? Nothing comes to mind right now, no. We don't know where the airport is. Alright, we'll need to use our spy units a bit more to expand the scope of our intel network. Right. As much as Metal Gear sticks out like a sore thumb, we'll be here until next year if we have to search this whole place.
Do I know who the silent partner is? I don't remember. Is it Hot Coldman? Is it... Who else has a dumb name? Pacifica Ocean? And Peace Walker was on a roll. New report. Move her forward a bit. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Pause again without a bomb in her cooter. Relish the opportunity. Airport located. Priority. Direct visual confirmation of multiple military and civilian aircrafts have helped to identify the location of the airport. We don't have nearly enough information on Metal Gear's whereabouts. You've got to collect more intel. According to the intel we received from Ghost, a group of senior government officials were spotted at the airport. This could be the chance we've been waiting for. As Metal Gear is directly involved in maintaining security on the peninsula, it wouldn't surprise me if they've been briefed on it. Or as a hallucination, yeah. What do you say we go to the airport and see what they have to say? I would love to. Let's see what kind of useless pieces of garbage we picked up. Oh shit! Wait, fucking Python only has B tier CQC? He can explode himself with liquid nitrogen! I feel like that would be pretty good. Whatever, he at least has health and stamina. We can bring him into our sneaking unit as the guy who comes in and fucks everything up. Unless Otter is better. 152. He's actually better. Bro. Python. No wonder we beat you so easily. Jesus Christ, dude. He's ass at throwing weapons and assault rifles. I guess we'll use him instead. Can still choke people, but Python has good stamina? Not as good as Otter. That's what I'm saying. I'll use him just because he's cool, I guess. I like his voice. That's reason enough. Yeah, Otter has better stamina and health. Yeah, I'll use him as my guy who can come in and fuck shit up. LNG, what is that? I can't remove it. Oh, yeah. Well, he has A tier in submachine guns. Does Python deserve to use the Scorpion though? If he if he's gonna be outclassed by Otter, does he deserve to use the Scorpion? I don't think so. We'll give him the M16. And yeah, we'll give him some grenades. Shit. I don't know what that top item is. That's actually really messing with my steez. 5.56. Alright. We'll call that good for now. Quarterback and a scout. Sneaks faster than normal soldiers. Okay. That's useful. That's at least useful. Otter is better. I know. I know. Trust me, I know. And what else we got here? Useless, useless. Not useful in combat. Or in tech or medical, but perchance in other ways. Suppose we'll keep them. What happens when I have 94 independence? Wait. I can put more people in my medical unit? No? What? Game? Why must you lie to me? But she's a rescuer, was she? Oh shit! And she actually has really good stamina. Is Jonathan gonna ride the bench? 215. B CQC. That's fine. She has really, really low health. Her life stats are not very good, yeah. We'll keep Jonathan for now. Especially because I'm not really into the Bob. So that doesn't really provide a substantial morale boost for me. She at least has dark hair. That's something. She's salvageable. Alright. To the airport? Nope. To the airport. Fucking goddamn! This is the airport. We've only just discovered its location. We know next to nothing about its internal layout. Conduct a careful search of the airport interior. Don't go barreling in. When you find a government official, get them to tell you what they know about Metal Gear. Ah, fucking thank you, Roy. What would I do without you? Oh, before I forget, do you know how to interrogate? Let's go over the interrogation process, just in case.
You practiced the chokehold before, haven't you? Unequip all weapons and approach your target from the rear, then hold down the square button to pin the target's arms behind them. And instead of tapping the square button to repeatedly choke them, press L to interrogate them. You don't have to be barehanded to do this. You can also do it with a CQC-enabled weapon, such as a handgun or knife. And just sit back and watch them spill their guts, metaphorically. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I'd replace Roy with Eel in a fucking heartbeat. That's for sure. You the only guy patrolling out here, buddy? Alright, you want to play hardball, do you? Couldn't just let me have this one. No, no, no. Alright, you get the fuck out. You get the fuck out of here. And let's see if we can call Para. Damn it. I'm sad. I still want to see you hold someone up with the freeze thing. Sure, we can do that. We can do that. Damn it. What if I just go barely in? Ah, fucking... Guessing shit. Can we look at this background though? Shit, son. This ain't even half bad. They couldn't do this on the PS1. They could do it on the Dreamcast though. That's all I'm saying. Is that a toilet sign? Over there? Oh, no. Hold on. Huh? Freeze. Oh, fucking. Alright. Alright, so that didn't work out super well. But we'll get him next time, boys. Yeah, I really need a guy that's a rescuer and an athlete. That would be peak. As the kids say. The alert theme is kind of cool. Yeah. This game has solid music. No. Ah, shit. I just want to call Para. That's all I want to do. It's also a delivery man? Yeah, yeah. Athlete, delivery man, rescuer. Will they ever give that to me? doubtful. Because he would be the ultimate soldier. He would actually be Big Boss. I'm not really Big Boss. That guy would be Big Boss. Yeah, it's a nice looking environment. Well, well, well. What oh. I mean, that's important, but it's not a gun. You know what they say? Bros before hoes, guns before buns. Something. To that effect. Ah, dang it. I had my opportunity. I wasted it. Straight wasted it. Venom is only rated an A rank soldier, not an S rank? Really? That's a nice detail.
Breeze.
Alright, so now, what can I do with you? I do the MGS2 thing. Oh shit. Just kind of slowly work our way around. Hey! Alright. I suppose you've danced enough.
Talk. Talk. Talk.
I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't say something.
Talk.
Can you fucking believe this guy? Honestly. Has more to do with gameplay because S-rank soldiers come with perks like increased movement speed and such. And give Snake upgrades via prosthesis? Okay. But it just makes sense that he's not an S-rank soldier because, you know, he's a dumb fucking medic. One of their best medics, I think. But still a medic. Why would you ever want quarterback? That has got to be the worst special career in this whole game. I say speciality, but that's not quite what it is. Venom Snake is one of the strongest characters in the series. Is he really, though? I mean, let's talk some sense for a second. Is he really? What? He took down Quiet, the easiest boss fight in the whole series? M1880? Wait. 870? I think that's a sniper rifle. Yeah, it throws things farther. He also beat... what? Did that auto-translate? He beat Liquid. Yeah, that auto-translated. What? No, he beat Eli as a child. He did not beat Liquid. Let's get our facts straight here. My ass. Okay, that's just not a door. He beat a dead Volgan. A Volgan that basically did nothing but walk toward him in a straight line. Well, I guess if you're gonna count that.
Who's that?
No, you fucking bitch. Alright. Now wake up, you little shit. What? Fucking... really? Alright. And Psycho Mantis as a child, and the Skull Unit, which I guess were scary, I guess. Did he really beat anyone of consequence? Not really. And Metal Gear... yeah, but did Sahelanthropus really do all that much? I might even argue that Sahelanthropus is one of the easiest Metal Gear fights in the whole series. I think there's a strong argument for that. Listen, MGS-V is so easy, it doesn't even have difficulty levels. It just has New Game Plus. Oh, scary. Or the extreme challenges. Extreme my ass. So basically, let's go over this again. He beat up two kids, two children. A mech that, who was even piloting it? Wasn't Psycho Mantis piloting it? So he beat up three kids. He shot a bunch of rocks for a while, and beat and sniped the worst sniper in the history of mankind. It was Psycho Mantis, yeah. It's kind of sad you don't have ops or OSP, like on-site procurement setting for missions. Yeah. Psycho Mantis, who was influenced by Liquid, that's right. He was influenced by his rage. Oh my god. What a line. Yeah, I'm sorry to have to put you in the position of defending MGS5, but here we are. Like, oh, I'm not defending it. Let's not get it twisted here. Although the athlete doesn't really seem... He definitely runs faster, I guess? But by how much? It's like holding B when climbing ladders in the best Dark Souls 3. Just does like 10% more. And you're like, I would rather you didn't have the button than to make me climb 10% faster. MGSV is actually my favorite game of all time. You sure have a lot of those. I mean, you know, fair enough. I wish every game was my favorite game of all time. Is there really no one in here? Huh. One thing about this game's sound design I would have appreciated is you cannot hear footsteps like at all in this game. That's why I'm being so cautious. I have no idea where these guys are. If they're above me, below me, what the hell's going on? But only ground, okay, but only ground zeros. I gotcha. Because that was the gameplay peak of the series, right? Why is this part of the level? You want an anime of Metal Gear? You know, I wouldn't hate it. Would it be lesser than the games? Obviously, but I love Metal Gear so much that I will just take more Metal Gear. Well, hello, motherfucker.
Talk.
Mission complete. Now get your ass out of there. Don't end the mission, you cocksucking motherfucker. Just had the best atmosphere and level design, and the ending made me cry. Made me cry more than the end of Evangelion. Also, new character. There's plenty of character models in this game. There's plenty. At this point, it's on me. Is it really? Is it really? Or should the game that, like, much of the gameplay revolves around collecting resources and collecting new members for my team not automatically end the mission as soon as I complete the objective. Maybe that should be the case. Not only that, it does it inconsistently as well. Yes, but it's on me to learn their shitty systems. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, man. From what this guy Ghost has been saying, the weapon we're chasing is a Metal Gear with intercontinental ballistic launch capabilities. An ICBMG, if you will. Don't... Are we making this a thing? Oh. If we have reports that the nuclear warheads were transported out of the storage facility and brought to the ballistic missiles launch silo... Wait, what? I think I read that wrong. We can't confirm whether any of this info is reliable, but the way I see it, we have to operate on the assumption that Metal Gear has already been moved to the launch silo. There's no reason to doubt it anyway. Exactly. And one more thing. The government official we interrogated at the airport has given up the location of the silo. Snake, I know what you're thinking, and I agree. Let's head to the silo. You do not get to pretend like you know what I'm thinking. You of all people. Hera can pretend. She actually knows me. Hera's my only friend in this whole game. Fucking auto-translate. Oh, what? It auto-translated to Japanese. What? Ukti only... What? Okay. Yeah, that was gonna be a rough one to decipher. Oh man. No, I mean, I would describe it in the way that Aaron Hansen describes it. He skips tutorials in the hopes that the game will teach you through conveyance. And I complete the mission before getting all the people because I hope that the game can be better. We're both just optimists at heart. All right. I think it's been a minute since I saved. I forget. And one new report. We confirmed the presence of a detained soldier inside the supply depot. Well, the last soldier we got specifically is not, wasn't exactly a banger, we'll say. Ooh. Hello. Quarterback. Boo. You had potential. You had potential, but you wasted it. Alright, I'm gonna go back and grab that sniper rifle before I forget. Shut the fuck up, Roy. I didn't ask your opinion. And I'm sure right after I do this, my tech crew will come through for me with a new sniper rifle. Because that has been the case thus far. Oh, what? They're in different positions this time. What the hell do you think you're doing out here, you son of a bitch? What the fuck is happening? Alright. No more of your fucking nonsense. Choked him out like 5 or 6 times, I thought. I agree, at some point it's user error, but I just expect better. And I hope for better. And I'm gonna call Masahiro Yamamoto, I think is his name, who directed this game, on the phone and ask him what the fuck is going on. Let's just really fucking make sure. Okay, I think dragging them like that would be faster if we weren't a rescuer, but since we're a rescuer, that's still pretty fucking slow. Oh, that's because this is Jackal. Derp. But since we're a rescuer, that's a lot faster. Still think it's better than Peace Walker. In what regards? I think the base gameplay of Peace Walker is a lot better. The level design's a lot better. Peace Walker's music kind of slaps. Story's probably better. Although I'm not the biggest fan of Peace Walker's story. Some aspects of it, yes, but on the whole, not really. Can turn around. No, 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 and no. What do you mean? What do you mean, no? No, this game doesn't play better? Or no, Peace Walker doesn't play better than this game? You've got to be kidding me. Why is this just a magazine? Where was the 870? Son of a bitch. It was over in this location. Game doesn't fight you, or Peace Walker doesn't fight your camera movement 24/7. So much grinding? There's so much grinding in this game. If I actually knew how to grind in Peace Walker, then it would have been way, way quicker. I still haven't gotten to the Monster Hunter parts. I've done the first Monster Hunter fight, but I haven't done the rest of them. It was very okay. What are you? 12 gauge, sure. Why not? We're here. This is the sniper. Good, good, good. Yeah, wait, no, it's a shotgun. Fuck! Ah, god damn it. God fucking damn it, dude. I also wanted to check out the other half. Don't think I need that many troopers. Well, here's the thing though. I gotta collect them to upgrade my tech and medical, and I have no idea whether they'll have good stats or not, so I have to just collect everybody. I don't even know if this game has a sniper. Are you sure? Because I thought one of the upgrade paths, or one of the skills rather, looked like a sniper rifle. Oh, what's that I see? Are you sure? No. Good caveat. Oh, elite engineer. But he's still a C tier. What the fuck? Dude. That doesn't mean the game has not. Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure. You know what? It truly doesn't. In the world where Shinta no Jiri is allowed to make 4 games, 4, then maybe there aren't any sniper rifles or heavy weapons in this game. Maybe there just aren't any. We haven't found any throwing weapons either, aside from grenade. Well, yeah. I guess we have grenades and shit. I kind of assumed that meant like throwing knives, but whatever, or like hatchets or something. Oh shit. Yeah, like they. So as I understand it, right? If we go to our status here, certain like equipment is available to be developed when we get to a certain level, right? That's how it works in Peace Walker and MGSV. So why the fuck would I want even if the person has a good career for being in tech, why would I want them in my tech unless they have a good tech rating? Because otherwise it's not going to raise my level, so who fucking cares? Metal Gear has throwing knives? When? Maybe in a V. Don't need the equipment? Okay, well, I would need to... That's true. That is true. But I would still need to get people for spy unit. Metal Gear has like Metal Gear 1? What do you mean? Oh, no, Metal Gear has throwing knives. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But spy unit's a lot. Maybe it's a lot less grinding than Peace Walker. Maybe. Maybe. But if I want to truly experience the game in good faith, then I've got to get my medic and tech levels up to 100. Unlock all the shit, right? I think that makes sense. If I want to get all the Scorpion ammo, that's what really matters. Oh boy. Don't we need the spies for side quests? No. You need it for main story. You need it for main story progression. Do you want to play all the side quests? There's a pretty good chance I'm not gonna play this game ever again. So we might as well. We might as fucking well. Alright. I don't know about all the side quests, because goddamn do these games have some bullshit. But I'll at least see if there's anything interesting. Okay. Silo entrance. Silo entrance. As we've seen from observing its exterior, the ballistic missile launch facility is an underground silo. The underground entrance is likely located somewhere in a surface-level structure. That structure also appears to serve as the silo's cargo entrance. So, if you kill Python, like if you defeat Python lethally in that boss fight, does he come back later as another boss fight, or am I thinking of the Null boss fight? We should do an extreme playthrough. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. we already fucking, what do you call it? Pop the cherry on not doing extreme for every playthrough with Rising. So I don't care at this point. I did the main 4 on the hardest difficulty. So fuck it. And no one cared about that, so. Alright. Let's down the location of the entrance to the silo. That's our ticket to the ICBMG. Oh, Roy. Yes. I'll listen to this fucking Mirror's Edge ass music. That's Mirror's Edge. We're 99% sure that ICBMG has been transported to the ballistic missile facility. Now's our chance to pinpoint its exact location. Do a full sweep of the area and try to find the entrance to the underground complex. Stand your toes. I'll do that, Roy. I'll do that. Alright, we got boys up there. Downstairs is clean. I am trying to have fun with this game. I try to have fun with every game. Are you going to make the argument that if I'm not enjoying a game, I'm playing it in bad faith? I'm not 100% sure that holds water. Might be a sieve of an argument. You fucking motherfucker. How did he get up so fast? Almost looked like a glitch. What the fuck are you shooting at, Snake? Oh god, I wish I could see. That's not... I pulled out my gun. Can you please... Game, like, fucking lord. I'll control the camera, for fuck's sake. Who else? Is there no one else? Okay. That's fine too. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, there we go. We're having fun. And I might posit that perhaps it's not my duty to have fun with a game. It's the game's duty to make me have fun. don't think that's an unreasonable stance. I think if you enjoy a game... What? Oh, I think if I enjoy a game and you don't, you're playing a bad thing. There you go, there you go. Yeah. No, I agree. That's 100% logically consistent. And you know that it's 100% logically consistent because that is how the majority of people think. And the majority opinion is always correct. I think we've come to a good conclusion here. Oh god, I'm sorry about your neck, buddy. Look at those sexy tires. Have a little moment. This dude's about to wake up. Don't really have time to bring the second guy over. Those sexy hexagonal tires. They really upped the poly count on those. Alright. You boys. Come with me. As it stands now, I think this game is fine. It's one of the most fine games you could play, in fact. It's functional. It has occasional moments of things happening. Metal Gear works surprisingly well as a survival horror game. It would, if they did that. If they went that direction with it. Then the setting certainly works well. Sad PT never fully released, yeah. Although, actually, I don't know what, OD? Was that the name of the horror game that Kojima was working on? I thought I heard that got quietly canned. I hope not. Well, shit. How do we get up to this guy's level? I think I left a bro sleeping right there. Key up! Oh, fucking Snake, you absolute failure. Excuse me. And there's no... Oh, come on. There's got to be one closer than that. Thank you. Gotta be one closer than that. You keep remaining asleep, please, buddy. Where the fuck? Where's Snake? There he is. He's too good at hiding. Let's just, you know, kind of play the hoping game that he doesn't wake up right about now. Sweet. And there's... No, hold up. There's another one about to wake up here. I thought. No? We're good? Huh. I thought I left a guy. Oh. Oh my. Don't mind if I do. Get Jack one here to clean some house. Nice. 7.62 by 54R. Ah, what gun is that used again? What gun is that used in again? I believe it's the Dragunov sniper rifle. That's interesting. The RPG first, just to make sure we're not leaving that. Thought there was another guy that was gonna wake up, but I might have miscounted. Maybe. So much to explore. And yet nut. Oh fuck! I don't have a buy unit here. All right, we'll just grab the RPG then. Call it a day. That reasoning is inductive? What do you mean? Just because the game has sniper ammo does not mean it has sniper rifles. Yeah. I suppose you're right. But the evidence is mounting. Not only do we have sniper ammo, we have a sniper class as well. So as they say, one's an anomaly, two's a coincidence. Three's a pattern.
So, this is Null, the perfect soldier.
Well, he does look like Gray Fox.
What is this guy?
Well, he's a guy I really don't want to fight with Jackal, that's for sure. Well, do I look like I believe in evolution? Oh man. Alright, well, I think Jackal is going to die. On the other hand. Oh shit, alright. Just gotta get a proper vantage point here. No. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Oh fuck, he just jumped that shit. He absolutely just jumped that shit. Later, Null. Fires in his house! That did nothing! Doesn't matter if you're Jackal, run? Alright. I'm running. That's a dead end. Fuck. It's fine, we'll juke him. Doesn't even know. Ow. Ow. Huh. Kinda sounds like Cam Clark. Or Roger Craig Smith. Alright. Good thing that for being the ultimate soldier, he's a bit slow. Don't think it makes a difference lethal or non-lethal? Oh, okay. Problem is, I don't really have any health or stamina, and I think we're just going to die. Oh, I can't ADS. Sweet. It would be super helpful if I could change members, but... maybe in a good game. Wait, where the fuck did you go? He's over there. Alright. We're just gonna be real sneaky-like. This is tense. It's not gonna be tense. I'm gonna run out of stamina. Or health, whichever happens first. Oh, SVD. Do you, I know I'm an American, so I'm obsessed with guns, but do you happen to know what an SVD is, random person? Because I can show you real quick. It's just, send that to transport. That's interesting. Oh, no, it's not just sniper ammo. It's the real McCoy. But believe not your eyes. Just because there's a sniper rifle in the game doesn't mean there's a sniper rifle in the game. Isn't that right? Maybe the game has a rifle. Does not mean that the game is real. But it's your favorite game. How can your favorite game not be real?
No way. Oh!
That was pretty effective. Oh, you know what? Let's actually... Ow! That's not cool, me doggy. That's not cool. You had one shot, one opportunity. Would you let it slip? No, it didn't kill him. Oh! It didn't kill. Stop reloading. Fire!
Damn, we lost one. Select the next soldier immediately.
Jack off! I thought that last shot was gonna kill him. Try to use. No, the RPG did way less damage. But on the bright side, we can kill him non-lethally now. You just sitting down there gloating? Where are you? What? Where are you? Does he know?
What?
You think he knows? Oh, he's gonna be a fucking annoyance, isn't he? Yeah. Alright. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't make me fucking lethal, you dude. Ow! God damn it. Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! Why is he running? Ow. How do I have that few medkits? What? Hello? You can't even CQC him, yeah. Snake, shoot straight. When is he ever vulnerable? Ah, idiot! It's Elliot. No, I don't care about that. I care about why is he blocking all of my fucking bullets? Sometimes, but other times not. I just want consistent rules. Shit. Stop, 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 stop. Why are you up here? Why are you up here? I'm out of heals? Oh my fucking god. This is stupid. This is unbelievably stupid. You're gonna jump down? Why did that miss? Because his guard is down? His guard's never down. There's no animation difference.
No way.
See, like right there, I shot him and his guard was up.
Snake!
Your circuit's
Snake!
gone dead.
Alright, I'm killing this fucker. Wait, get Python. Ah, fuck me. Whatever. Jonathan has a gun. Do you think a remake of Portable Ops should be faithful to the original? No. I've said this already. I think for a remake to be artistically viable, it should not be faithful to the original, and it shouldn't claim that it is. Fuck you. He won't die anyway, it's fine.
Why? Why do you still live?
What the hell's
That
he
is
talking about?
not what Gray Fox sounds like.
No man can meet the perfect soldier in battle and survive, but you won't die. Why?
These moves. I know these moves. It was in Mozambique.
Stay right where you are, Snake. Hey, you've been quite a handful, I'll give you that.
Rude.
Good work, perfect soldier. Your mission is complete. Your mission is over, no. At ease. Sure. Only a puppet after all.
No. You don't know me, Dad. Oh, thank God, we need more Scorpion ammo. We lost contact with Snake. I hate to imagine what might have happened to him. But Snake's a legend. He's Big Boss. He wouldn't let himself get killed that easily. I know he wouldn't. I'm with you, Campbell. We gotta save him. Right. We'll start by searching for his whereabouts. It hasn't been that long since he disappeared. I think the best approach would be to focus our search on his last known whereabouts. But we won't get anywhere by just hunting aimlessly. Exactly. We've got to be aggressive. Interrogate any enemies you find there. Try to squeeze some info out of them. Right. We're on it, boss. You cannot recruit any more comrades. Edit your unit count down to less than 99. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Oh, thank God, we need a new delivery man. Select comrades to discharge. Fucking Newt. Get his ass out of here. Hate him. That's what Big Boss would do. Exactly. I'm cosplaying properly. What's a killer fish? Yeah. Killer fish. And what? Oh, I'm just selecting ones to get rid of. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, Newt's a worthless piece of shit. Just get rid of everyone that has crappy skills. Get him out of here. Alright. Also, welcome, NDK. How are you? We're on that grind. Yeah, we didn't play as Python. We have no idea what he can actually do. What? Okay, where was that guy we just got? Oh, he's still a prisoner. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Do we have any other delivery men? Sweet. Not as good as Killifish, but
It'll get us through. Yeah, amine we don't need. Just throwing some random bullshit together, yeah, pretty much. They're all they're all animals, sort of, sometimes. Yeah, and we'll get Otter back. There we go. Now our team is prepped. Does Otter deserve to wield the Scorpion, though? I don't think so. I think only Grey Fox is allowed to do that. Peace Walker was such a fun game. It was a game. Fun in some scenarios. I'll grant you. It's not my favorite one. Okay, now... Nope, we still don't have Killifish. Damn it. Are you all... You're all B ranks in tech? Okay, that's good. Look at all these face model. Oh god. Is that guy alright? He looks like dead and decomposing. Man. Is that 3 different ones right there? It is. Wow. This game's amazing. Look at all the face models this game has, random person. Only in the best Metal Gear would this be the case. But it's been 3.5 hours. That's probably a good time to call it. Your favorite MGS, MGS 5? Maybe will change if I try 3 and 4. Maybe. So have you not played? Which ones have you not played? I guess I should ask. It also kind of depends on the one that you started with, probably. I know a lot of people started with MGS-V, which I find to be regrettable. But yeah, I think at least all of the games in the main series are worth playing. You've only... Oh, you have not played 3 and 4. Okay. 4 is pretty controversial. I think you'll love 3 though. Everybody loves 3. Started with 1. Okay, nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, 3 plays fairly similar to 2, but it does a lot more with its mechanics. So, but I understand if you prefer the relative smoothness of Peace Walker and MGS-V as far as the main us two will not be friends. As far as the main gameplay conceits are concerned. I really just don't like all the managerial stuff. I don't like the non-linearity of MGS-V. I think it does very little with its open world. And it only serves to hurt the level design. Oh man. Yeah, random person will only like you if you agree that Portable Ops is the best Metal Gear and the best game of all time, and that Metal Gear 2 is the second best Metal Gear. Or it is I'm sorry, and then Metal Gear Solid is the third best Metal Gear. That's right. I think we have our heads on straight. No. I thought the tier list was Portable Ops, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Acid 2, Snake's Revenge, and then Ghost Babel, and then everything under that is bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Portal Ops Plus. You're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna call it a day. I'll let you guys argue about your tier lists in the comments. But I gotta get some food. Have a good one, guys.